Hey, it's Tanya and I'm here with the weekly challenge, and this week we have that beautiful mood board to be inspired by. So if you want to see it, go and check out the Facebook forum, the Hip Kit Club Facebook forum that is, and you'll find that we post the weekly challenges there, and these days each week it's slightly different. We're mixing it up. We have sketches sometimes, we have mood boards, we have recipes, you name it, we try it. So yeah, come and follow and join in on the fun. It is actually a lot of fun, and we have lots of people that participate, and the added incentive is there is a $10 coupon code up for grabs to the online Hip Kit Club store, and yeah, so you've got to be in it to win it. So what am I doing? Well, I took the colour, basically the colour from the mood board, the yellow, and I figured those segments on that piece of paper could be lemons if you stretch your imagination a bit. And yeah, the papers all work so well together because, well, for one thing, I think two of them come from the same collection, and I'm using the backs and the fronts, so they all coordinate beautifully. And I got my tearing on, and then I'm lining it all up, and I have that photo of my daughter. She had just had her hair coloured purple. I'm sad to say it's not purple anymore now, it's sort of bleached, that bleached colour. And I'm showing you my sewing. I got all fancy with my sewing this time, which will tie in with what I do later. But yes, getting back to the fact that her beautiful purple hair is no longer purple. That's the downside, I think, of colouring your own hair, and also of doing these colours, is they don't last very long, but they're gorgeous when they do, or whilst they do. And yeah, I mean, I'm scrapbooking purple. We all know how much purple is loved in the scrapbooking community. It's actually quite sad because it's a gorgeous colour. Anyway, I think her hair is beautiful, and I wanted to document and record it, so that's what I'm doing. And because of the way that I stitched on my paper, my background paper that I created there, that is then going to lead to what I do with that acetate sheet that we got. But first of all, I'm doing this madcap idea with the flowers, thinking that I could use them all up and have it like this, but honestly it's really just way too much, just too many flowers, too much going on. The poor brain gets confused, doesn't know where to look, and so I hastily take it away and spare you the drama of trying to make sense of it all. But yeah, here is this acetate sheet, and it comes from Pretty Little Studio. I think it is the one that Kim Watson, she designed a collection with them, and yeah, it's gorgeous. I mean, it's 12 by 12 and everything. So then I figured, okay, well, what I want to do is I want to kind of tone down my background paper a little bit and bring in a little bit of bolder colour. So I'm basically going to cut a pinwheel. So I took my photograph, and then I just took a pen and marked off where I wanted to cut, and I duly cut. And here you'll see now, this is now where you'll see how I create the pinwheel. I didn't quite cut enough of the inner off, so I'm going to have to do a bit of more cutting. But I really think that it creates quite a bold statement, and I like it. And I'm always terribly chuffed with myself when I do something which I figure is really quite creative, because I'm not a somebody who comes up with her own creative ideas all the time. I'm very much influenced by who I see and what I watch and all the rest of it, and then I'll see a great idea and think, oh, that's fantastic, and I'll do it myself. I'm not a trendsetter. There we go, that's the term. I'm a follower, not a setter. But I did like this. I'm sure I've probably seen it somewhere, but I like the fact that I combined all the papers together, and then created this dramatic sort of pinwheel idea on top of it. And yeah, so I was pretty chuffed with myself, as I think I say in a lot of my videos actually. Healthy self-esteem, there we go. And I do play a lot with these little labels. They're again from Pretty Little Studio, and yeah, I battle a bit with my title as well. I get there in the end, but it goes through a bit of a metamorphosis. And yeah, I think I'm going to play music for you, because in all openness, I have had a long week, and I think I mentioned that my hubby was in hospital with a back operation. He is out and he's doing extraordinarily well. I think he's enjoying himself tremendously, just having, he's a person who loves to do stuff and, work with his hands and that, but I think the self-imposed, or what's the word, he's not able to, his body won't allow him to do too much, because then he just gets tired and has to go and sleep. So it's that kind of forced relaxation which I think is actually doing him a tremendous amount of good. So that's great. But I think, even though I don't show it, I think that there was a little bit of worrying about it, and work has been a bit stressful lately. So yeah, all of this is playing on my mind, and so I don't have a lot to tell you. And I don't really feel like trying to make small talk for another, 6 or 7 minutes, and you thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, well, why don't you just shut up? So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wish you well. I'm going to do all I hope you enjoyed this, and I've already done check the Facebook forum out, so that's out the way. And yeah, I've been in a bit of a creative slump as well, because I haven't had time to create, so I'm feeling a bit like I need to create, but I can't, because during the week I can't, because when I come home I'm too darn tired, and the creative juice is just not there. So I have to wait for the weekend. But the good news is that by the time this is posted, it is going to be Friday, and it'll be the weekend, and I'll be able to create, and I'll be back to my happy self again. So yeah, and for somebody who said she didn't want to talk for much, she sure is talking, so I'm going to shush now, and you will watch me play around with those labels and all sorts of things, and add other things to this layout, and I do hope you like it at the end. And yep, I'm going to say it now. We'll chat again soon. Bye bye.